Good afternoon, guys. Leslie at Ski Bakers. We're gonna do some garden work today. Take you over and show you some stuff and do some work. Here's those cherry tomatoes that we planted. This is all the kind of wood chips and chunks that I screened out of that potting mix. I just put it around the tomatoes for a little bit of mulch. Here's the other two. This one, I think it was this one, I was going to prune a branch off of. I took just kind of the bottom branch was on the ground, so I just took that off. Our spinach, doing pretty good. Looks like a cat did get behind there. Oh. Probably started digging and got poked. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the screen or not, these are all radishes. Both kinds are starting to come up. I don't see any carrots yet, needs to be watered, but the lettuce is starting to come up as well. So that's all looking pretty good. I need to water it. I am going to try to work on a little bit of this mess today. These weeds are starting to take over, so I'm just going to, I think there's no weed seed, so I'm just going to kind of try to turn them in, and then I'm going to get my landscape cloth out and get laid back down over the top of it. I'm going to try to plant my tomatoes in this area. I don't have a broad fork. I may take my potato fork and just try to turn stuff kind of like a broad fork. I guess broad fork just kind of loosens and aerates it. Let's see. This belonged to my grandma and grandpa too. It's missing part of a tine, but I think he's making the ants mad. Maybe they'll find new homes. I need to go along here and count how many spots I have, how many holes, and see how many rows I'm going to need. Hoping to get all my tomatoes into 2 rows. I can get this worked up a little bit, get the cloth over the top of it. These will all just break down, turn into organic matter. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14. Got 15 spots on this cloth. I think the next cloth, actually I think all 3 cloths are pretty much the same. So I can get 2 and a partial rows of tomatoes in here. And I may just plant them all to this end of the 3 rows and then put more vining things at that end. I did get everything turned. Guess it was kind of like double digging it. I have to come through with a rake and see if I can get it smoothed out any further. I may end up having to have Jason come through with the tiller, just kind of break it up a little more. But I think I'm going to get the weed eater out and try to knock down all this stuff. And then if I can get all this dirt kind of smoothed out, I can get the rest of the landscape cloth put back down. Try to get some of these tomatoes planted. I think over here where, I don't know which one of these, looks like the cats have been digging in here. I need to plant my kale and Brussels sprouts, and Jason brought up more cattle panels that I could put across the top of these, so I'll have to be putting some of those out as well. Just came from that side over there. The cows are up over on that side. Down the ravine, back up to the other side. Checking our fence through the woods. Making sure it's all up since the cows are out here. We had part of it in the front part of the ravine. Was down. So, did a little bit of hiking. Check fence. We talked about letting pigs out here. We'd have to put a third strand closer to the ground if we did that. Jason's waiting for me. We're at the back corner. He's way up there. I stopped to get my phone out and show you guys back here, so he continued going to check fence. And it's all woods back behind our property. Ooh. We have to make sure that no trees have fallen on the fence or anything like that where the cows can get out. Can't really see very well, but that right there is our hay field. Uh-oh, I don't know if he's waiting for me or if there's a problem. Well, there's a problem. Hey, that tree didn't want to stand anymore. It's got the old field fence in it. And at least it didn't fall on our corner. Doesn't even look like it's very good for firewood. This is walking back towards the front, kind of from where I started. So we had issues with some of this fence being unclipped before. And that's the ravine. Goes all the way back. And this comes all the way up behind the back side of the cow pen. Oh, cows are apparently putting themselves away. Nope. Gate's closed. Here, Joe. Joe, here. Come here. Get him. Move him up. Shh. Here, Joe. Shh. Nope. Here. Here. Back here. Nope. Now you let him go too far. Go on, Croissant. Gotta fix the fence. Mad cows. Happy fat piggies. Hiding bucks. Tall enough you can barely see them in there. Oh, happy pigs. Mad cows. Yeah, Croissant. This is how Jason crosses the ravine. I don't participate in these shenanigans. I'll walk. He's gonna be stuck. Carb hasn't been working right. I don't even think he has his winch on it. Well, Jason came back, just carried the chainsaw back here and cut this up a little bit. So I need to put a new piece on this post and go check the rest of them. Looks like maybe everything else is okay. New clip in place. This is where the tree fell from. Piece he cut off the rest of it. And he actually cut it in a couple pieces because the top of it is all the way down there, kind of to the ravine bed. Let's see, that's still on rollers. That's still on, rollers. Oh, and that's the rest of that tree. That's our corner. But instead of trying to take the fence all the way there and hit more of that ravine, it was easier to come up here just the way we did. That's part of the reason we did just the electric rope back here. So that it something fell on it. It kind of gives. Looks like I'm gonna have to go around and up the other side. I don't know if I can get across back here. Some of, let's see, that one's in place. It's the next ones, you probably can't see them, are not hooked on there right. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere to cross. I don't know if I can get across that side and up and over, but I'll find somewhere and we'll get to the other side. Okay, I did cross right there, and now I have to go up this side. Ooh. And these lines just came undone. Ooh. On a few of these. The way it slopes down the hill, they kind of barely sit in there. spider webs. Yuck. Oh, ground squirrel. Looks like everything else is good. Whew, that's a workout. If I would have known I had to do this much climbing in the woods, I probably wouldn't have dug the garden the way I did. So, this is kind of the cows' space that they've cleared out. I'm gonna go over back to where Jason is. The Ranger hasn't been running right. It needs a new carb. You can kind of see the menu over there. So he got down the hill, but just wouldn't run right. He didn't have enough power to get back up the hill. So now it's stuck down there in the ravine. I went and unhooked the mini and stuff for him while he cut the tree, but oh, I gotta cross this little ravine. This is that drain tile we put in. We ran, hi Joe, back here, and so it comes out there, runs down here.